So it's really just all about my experiences. I'm going to share my experiences with you. I'm going to want to hear what your experiences are, and we're just going to learn and grow together. We talked about kind of where it came from, but what it is a community. Thank you for reminding me, though, a community of people, anybody who wants to be involved, that we're going to cheer each other on, we're going to learn, we're going to grow together, we're going to have experiences together. What else? Okay, a lot of questions have come in today saying, is worthy up life coaching? Tell the people, is worthy up life coaching? If there is something in my life that can be an influence to you, a positive influence, then we're going to say yes on that realm. But then, we're also going to say, do I have an official life coaching certificate? 1. I have therapist IST friends who tell me, that's not a thing, like you don't have to be licensed, certification, certified, whatever to be a life coach. I am not claiming to be a life coach. I'm not claiming to be a therapist. That's not what this is. I'm going to share my experiences because I've kind of had a lot of them, and many of them have played out before your eyes. So those are your qualifications, right? Like, yeah. There's been a lot of people saying, what are your qualifications, Hannah, to be a life coach? But essentially, I mean, that's not what you're claiming to be. I'm not claiming to be a life coach. I'm claiming to share my experiences with you, and if it can be a positive influence to you, awesome. Crystal Ball, welcome back to my channel. It is Monday, May 6, 2024. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Well, today is the day Meri Brown's business that we all been waiting for. I know you guys have been waiting as much as I have on pins and needles. I cannot wait to join her Worthy Up group. No, actually, I can. If I would join, she would probably block me, even though I would have to pay her to literally join, so it's a little bit confusing. But Meri Brown has created a new business, and if you are as confused as I am about what this is, don't feel bad, because I watched her 40-minute live stream today that she did this afternoon with Jen, and she did not have a lot of answers for basic questions about what was the curriculum that is going to be taught, what is worthy of, what are the activities that we're going to do, and why is it so expensive, and what actually qualifies you to be a life coach. Meri danced around the life coaching question and claims that she's not a life coach. She's not claiming to be a life coach, but even if she were claiming to be a life coach, she doesn't have to have any qualifications in order to talk with you about her experiences on Worthy Up's web page. She is basically marketing herself as a mentor life coach. Same thing, differently on her website. It says, join the movement and let Meri be your mentor on the journey to discovering your inner strength. Whether you're taking your first steps or welling transformative journey, Worthy Up is here to uplift, inspire, and empower you. So this is a whole thing, and it's a whole mess. So I'm going to just show you some clips and then we'll keep talking about it. But she answered some of the basic questions and, per usual, got a little flustered about what this all was about. Okay, another question that was really popular. Why is it $600? You can pay $600, or you can pay $300, or you can pay $150, or you can join the free Facebook. So there's different levels. There are 422 different things included in each levels. So you don't have to pay $600 if you don't want to. So one of the thing that's included at the 150, the 300, and the 600 level is the WOW workbook. So the WOW booklet is included in those three. WOW sounds for worthy of whatever, because you are worthy of whatever it is that you want or desire. So that's what WOW sounds for, and it's just kind of a process that I take you through that 454. So that's what the WOW booklet is. Well, workbook, all right. In all things vagueness, you can join different levels. They're all very expensive, and you get a workbook, and then you also get some goodies. The goodies include a notebook, a pen, a hat, a mug, and something with an autograph. You also can have some 1 month. You get one live queue, and with her it's super wild. But what's very confusing is, and what people wanted to know, is what is the Worthy of workbook? Like, what is this? What's in the workbook? What are you actually teaching us? What's this guided journey that you're taking us on? Who wrote the workbook? Did you write the workbook? Where did you get the curriculum for the workbook? She didn't really have those answers, and she wasn't answering those questions. And it's hard to a decision to buy something when you don't even know what you're buying into, and you don't really know what her modalities are that she's teaching you. It's kind of dicey here, because what if you buy this, and then you get the workbook, and you're like, this is just plagiarized self-help that she found on Amazon and packaged it as her own, who taught her how to worry up and why do her modalities work. These would be important questions you would want to be able to answer for anyone that's looking or seeking help, right? Why does your process work, Meri? How do you know it worked? Because it worked for you, or have you tested your methods on other people? Have you done any double-blind studies to prove that this is going to be helpful or impactful to other people? And it sounds like it's going to be a very one-size-fits-all curriculum, so with everyone coming from different walks of life, different countries, having different ways of learning, I don't know how well it's going to work. I'm a little bit skeptical here because she's just not being very transparent, and that was kind of the vibe people in the chat were giving her. So yeah, a lot of people are saying that's not worth $300 or $150. Totally fine, whatever you feel like is worth it for you is what I want you to go for. There's so much more involved. You don't only get that for $300, but once you get in, you'll see everything that you're going to get to go along with the program. Any reputable organization that's going to be offering any sort of self-help. And listen, the self-help industry is completely unregulated, so she's not technically doing anything illegal, but what she's not doing is being transparent. There's actually laws when it comes to businesses, and there's this group that regulates that businesses, the FTC, and they dictate that you have to be truthful in your advertising about what it is that you're selling people. Consumers need to know what it is that they're buying before they buy it. What she's asking you to do is to buy something before you know what you're buying, and then you will only find out after you buy it what you're getting. You won't know until you're in it. She's going to have this whole program she says that you're going to learn from. Yet, thus far, the only program she's discussed is that she has a workbook that she's going to take you on a journey through again, where we don't have any ideas of what's being taught. Other people that do these same types of programs have evidence of what it is that they're teaching. They'll show you the book. Heck, they'll allow you to buy the book yourself without joining any sort of group. A lot of her planning here reminds me of when she bought the inn, and they were like riding on her because she had no business plan. It's like she's launching a business without a plan, and then she's going to wing it while she goes through it, and she believes maybe that her experience and what she knows is enough to take you through it. But this is a yearly contract, yet $8.59. There's only 6 months left of the year, and then next year you have to buy another membership. Which, how long is the program? Is it a 1-year program? Is it a 2-year program? Why are people signing up for a year or two? People wanted to get month 2 memberships, and she said it would be more expensive that way. But yet, what she's not realizing here is that some people might be getting in and 1 month and realize, I don't want to do this. There's also $9.29. Nothing discussed about refund policies. You give me information or insight into the type of events, experiences you're curating that will be discounted and are available to subscribers. Oh yeah, that was like on the, I think, impact level gets a discount on those events. So the events that we're going to be doing will be available to anybody, even if you're not for the $600 level. It is a 20% discount for all of the events. Okay, so the events are going to be daycations. I'm going to travel around. I'm going to come to you. We're going to have daycations, so you're going to get a discount on the daycations. We're also going to have worthy weekends, where we'll all get together for a weekend and just have different experiences, learning experiences. It's going to be so much fun. So what I will travel around the country and come to you guys. Generally, if you're going to launch a business like this, you would have an itinerary where you would be able to offer and share what the activities are, where it's located, what the cost is, and what's included in the activity. What she's telling you is that she's going to travel around the United States and go to you. The United States is incredibly large. There's 50 states. I'm not sure if you're aware of that. There are millions, hundreds of millions of people that live here. There are many dates that are very remote. She's certainly not going to come to you next. She doesn't tell you what you're going to do on the stations other than learning, which again, she doesn't tell you what she's teaching you. And then she's going to have worthy weekends where you're going to do fun stuff. To me, it sounds like she does not have a plan. And if she had a plan, she could at least share it. How do you buy something when you don't know what you're buying? How do you sign up for a dation where you don't know where it is? And what if there's no dation in your city? What if you are in North Dakota, in Bismarck, and she never goes there? What if the closest place that she goes to happens to be in Chicago? That's quite a drive for someone to have to travel to go to a day, so it's a little bit deceiving here, and it sounds like people don't again know what they're going to be getting. Is this a tell All are people going to hear all the tea, tell, all of what like a TV show or something maybe. Maybe they expect your whole life just like somebody might feel like some people might feel like that. This should be a tell-all, so let me tell you about the whole tell-all information. I am under contract, okay, so there are 12. 28? About based on my contract and based on my ethics, okay, so it is not necessarily a tell-all, however, it is a tell what I feel comfortable with and tell what I have learned from and explain more in-depth experiences that I have had it and how I have learned and grown from them. They got access to the private group where you will be doing there will be more Q and is there in-depth that are only in the Facebook group. There's going to be like the videos and kind of like me sharing some of my experiences that hopefully you can find some inspiration from. All I've been able to take away from this entire live stream so far is that she's going to tell you about the experiences that have happened in her life. Some of it might be things that she wants to share, and then she might not ethically be wanting to share, and then other parts are things she can't share because she's under contract with TLC, but she thinks that talking to you about things that have happened to her and how she worked through these things is going to help you find inspiration to get through what you've gone through or to get you through to something. Everyone has kind of watched what she's gone through on the show. We don't know anything about her childhood and the 1354 abuse that she went through as a child, which was extensive. We know that she waited around for 10 years and left and stayed with a guy that verbally abused her on the show and used her for her money. We know that she was the bait for a cult. We know that she grew up in a polygamous cult. We know that her mom was and dad worked at a school. Her dad was the principal and her mom later became the principal of the school. Both were known to be extremely strict. Kids were scared of her dad. We know that she wasted a head wife and has had issues with some of the kids. Some of the kids have accused her of abuse. There's a lot here that she could talk about. I don't know if she will, but I don't know how telling you what she's gone through is going to help you. That would be like me saying, well, when I was 5, this is what happened to me now. That should help you. It's weird. It's kind of weird. A little bit narcissistic, you guys. There's so much negativity out there all the time, and most of you have seen it. Some of you have even been a part of it. See you're here now, being a part of the negativity. Like I see the mean comments, it's really hard for someone to stay positive with all that negativity, right? So as you're on here spewing hate, and you're being so negative, imagine how that really does impact someone. Meri's had a tons of opportunities, years of opportunities yet to kind of figure out how to grow through that and how to get through that. It's not an easy thing to do. I'm sure people say me things about me too, but I have no heart. Meri, 'cause you have a heart does it can hurt you guys, and so she has a really great platform. I just totally stolen it, by the way, to then like help other people to grow and to learn from that, and she's probably the perfect person to do that, 'cause she's kind. Remember, she holds the extinguisher, she's kind and she's positive, and she's always looking for like ways to grow and to help people. And like I can be on a Marco Polo with her and be like, dude, today sucks and here's why, and she be like, let me tell you about this time and all these things or this person or this experience or this thing, and I'm like, dang, okay, awesome. So like, right, we do that for each other. I can't be positive, she can be just don't want to, so like I'm there to like give, like to be her hype man, right? And then she's there to like hold me back from jail. She's not going to jail today, she's not anyway, so like, but you're so positive. And you bring so much to the table, and you can really help people to like grow from that, and I love it. So sorry, that was my appreciate. Thank you, I do so. Jen is in a really weird position, you guys, and I've been thinking about this pretty heavily, but it's hard to be best friends with someone who's also your employer and helps your livelihood and feeds your family. It's a very unhealthy dynamic in a friendship because your best friend is also paying your bills, and it would be hard to be able to push back at your best friend if they're your employer. Like if something happens, Jenna is just going to have to go along with it, or she in their friendship, and there's a falling out. She's out of work, she's there as her friend, but also her employee, so she's being paid while she's there. Because she works at the inn, she helps run the inn, she helps Meri on all of her businesses. She's in many ways kind of like Meri's personal assistant. So her personal assistant is telling you that Meri's the most positive person that can just tell you how it is to get through hate that she's had because she's on a television show. I mean, that's not the world's biggest problems. There's much bigger problems than dealing with online trolls. There's certainly trauma and issues with self-esteem that have nothing to do with online trolling. We know nothing about why her experiences will help someone. All it to me sounds like is if Jen comes to her with a problem, Meri just talks about herself. It's weird, but again, what do I know? Somebody asked about Dacians. Religious? It's not religious like. And that's another question I got a lot is like, oh, is this a new cult that you're joining or creating? No, it's not it. However, if you have a relationship with a higher power and you want to bring that into it for yourself as you worthy of, absolutely. Praise Jesus, do it. Like I will refer to the universe, Allah. I personally have a relationship with a higher power. I also will refer to that as the universe, because I know not everybody has a relationship with a God. Okay, and Meri denies that she's creating a cult, but she wants you to bring in your higher power if you have one, and she's going to call the higher power the universe, because not everybody has a relationship with a God, and she's going to talk about the universe and giving to the universe. I don't know what she's going to teach. I know she grew up fundamentalist Mormon. I know that she grew up in a cult up until recently, believed wholeheartedly in the cult, in the teachings of phenomenalism. Please, I know that she spent a lot of time in Mulms and been around this lady named Diane Delgado that's an MLM life coach that is a scammer and teaches just stupid motivational stuff on how to be rich. It doesn't to me sound at all that interesting, but if you got more of it than I did, make sure to let me know. The comments were pretty bad when I was watching her live stream on Instagram. Lots of people saying it sounded like a scam. Of course, she had her die-hard fans saying that it sounded great, but overwhelmingly, it reminds me of the retreat where she didn't tell us anything, and then nobody came to the retreats, and then when the retreats were held, it was just her friends that she had there. So I don't know, is it a cult? Is it not a cult? Are you going to sign up? Let me know in the comments. Tell me what your thoughts are. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed, and thank you so much for watching. Bye guys.